Hello and welcome to the first of Plughead.net's Let's Play 1 hour of a game series, and here we are playing BioShock Infinite, which I'm sure you've all played before. But just in case you haven't, there will perhaps be spoilers in here. This is obviously it's the first hour, so you might want to watch out. Just in case you don't want to spoil it for yourself, don't watch this video. But obviously, you know, watch it if you want to. Right, fine. So what we do, we start out, and there's a big quote, and that's it. And then there's a we start in 1912, and we're on a boat. We're on a boat. 3 men in a boat, although one's a woman. So that doesn't really make any sense. And she hands you a... Oh, I'm not going to tell you all this. You can see. There. I've recorded it in good enough quality. You can see what's going on. Yeah, so essentially you are rowing to an unknown destination, and if you've played the original BioShock, you'll have a strange sense of deja vu, as it is a lonely lighthouse in the middle of the ocean, and you don't know why you are on the way here. I suppose in BioShock you crashed, so that's slightly different. In this, you do have a purpose for coming to the lighthouse, although it's revealed there. As you can see, you have to get this girl who you don't know who she is and bring her unharmed.
He doesn't row? No, he doesn't row.
Ah, I see what you mean.
And as we can see there, that's the jetty
We've arrived.
where we'll be soon getting off. And I will actually take control of the game. Right here, yes. And then I control take it away from me again. But yeah, there's the big lighthouse, and they...
Shall we tell him when
I don't know if we find out who they are. I'm going into this blind, just as you are if you've not played this before. I don't know what's going on. My rambling is just that. I don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, I've heard various things on the internet, but at the moment, all I know is what you know. Nothing. So I'm going to be doing quite a lot of exploring and finding out what makes the environment tick, and having a look and maybe hovering over things. Just so you can see them. But I won't try. I'll try not to spend too long doing things like that. But obviously, you know, it's all about building. These first bits are about building atmosphere. And I'll also indulge my secret passion for looking in every possible nook and cranny for inventory items and things. As you can see, it's relatively similar to BioShock in terms you open up a canister. It's got those 3 little circles there with indicating what stuff's in what. And look, oh, there's a note. They seem to know I was coming here.
Excuse me, it's Booker
Whoever they
DeWitt.
are.
I guess you're expecting me?
And we're inside the lighthouse now, as you can tell. Bit dark, but shiny things show up, so you can always spot them. The eagle-eyed among us can spot them. I normally only spot 50% of them. There I am, Booker DeWitt.
Good luck with that, pal.
But stairs, always go up the stairs. That always seems to be sensible. And if I didn't go up the stairs, we'd probably be stuck here for the entire game. So, there we go. Quite a nice place. Hot running water from both taps, strangely. No, don't worry, I haven't forgotten the phone. I'm coming back to it now. Interesting map there. Note seems to suggest someone is waiting for me. More shiny things. Right, let's go up these stairs. Yep, just a load of books on the floor. Oh! Here we go. Something. Blood. Cracked window. Shiny.
Shit.
And a rather gruesome worked over corpse there. Up more stairs. Well, he's a lighthouse after all. Ah, up top. Now, we assume that we're gonna jump around a bit, see if there's anything back here. Here's a bit where I look at the floor a bit, and that looks like a coin, and I try to pick up the coin, and I fail to pick up the coin, and I just give up. Oh no, I don't. I go back, and I give up again. Yes, I have finally given up this time. No more coins for me. It probably wasn't a coin anyway. Ignore the D3D gear bit at the top. I haven't actually paid for it yet. So the next video I do won't have those letters at the top, but they're not too annoying. So anyway, here's the first puzzle. Very, very easy. I would be surprised if anyone failed to get that, but you never know. And oh, red. That's not good. Red is never good. And no, I can't jump off the edge. I don't know why I'm trying, but well, you know, might as well try and break the game. No, can't jump over that either. Red. Just red. Ah, shinies. Pick them up. I assume something's happening. Oh yes, there's the door.
Looks like they expect me to sit
And I mean, normally you wouldn't sit in a chair like that. You see a chair there, someone's been murdered downstairs. The first thing you do is not, all right, I'll just sit in the chair. But you know, it's a game, so. And oh look, I've been trapped in a chair. Didn't see that one coming.
Make yourself ready, Pilgrim. The bindings are there.
And it's a BioShock game, so I think you can pretty much see what's happening, what's going to come next. And my gun's gone.
Ascension. Ascension in the count of 5. Count of 4. 3. 2.
I won't talk over this bit.
1. Ascension. Ascension. 5,000 feet. 10,000 feet.
But we're going up instead of down.
15,000 feet.
And ooh,
Hallelujah.
a pretty city. It does do a good job of getting you into this new city and in your environment. As you'll see, there's a lot going on. They've clearly spent a lot of time creating an atmosphere, thinking about how the world works, and things like that. And again, as you'll see, it's not like, well, not yet anyway. I don't want to spoil too much for what's coming, but you do seem to get more of a sense of slower pace to it. You can take in the scenery a bit more than the first BioShock game. But this bit goes on a little bit too long. But it's a nice payoff at the end. Now, if the game to keep you trapped there, that would be interesting. But no, you actually get to move. You have a little arrow that tells you where to go if you get lost. It's not too hard to keep, I mean, at least in this first bit, to know where you're going. It's not that open-ended. But I guess if you have been spending, like you'll probably see me do, a long time searching for stuff, then it can be useful. I know you can't get out there. A lot of candles. Reminds me of that bit in Spec Ops: The Line where you drop through the floor, I think, and there's millions of candles everywhere. And probably any other game where there's a lot of candles in one area. But that's the most recent one I played where it happened.
The seed of the prophet.
I think it's fairly safe to say the seed isn't necessarily a literal thing. They've not put not growing hyacinths in there or anything. More looting. There is a guy around here and he doesn't seem to mind me looting the place. But, oh yeah, and you get the voice recorder things again.
Love the prophet because he loves the sinner. Love the sinner because he is you. Without the sinner, what need is there for a redeemer? Without sin,
Nope.
what grace has
No coins
forgiveness?
down there.
Excuse me, where am I?
Heaven, friend. Or as close as we'll see till Judgment Day.
Best keep such questions to myself, unless I want to get paid.
I have to admit this first bit is well done in terms of design, and it's just pretty cool. I think that's pretty much all that you can say about it. It's nicely done. There are even guitar cases or violin cases to loot. No, nothing in here. Nope, no, yes, I was wrong. No, there was nothing in there. And I'm going to glide over those benches. No, you can't talk to him. That's something you can't, I mean, I guess it makes no difference in the end. I'm just going to check back up here to see if I've missed any. But I don't think I have. You don't seem to be able to talk to too many NPCs. They just talk when you go past, which is fair enough. You don't waste your time just clicking talk and then hearing the same old stuff again over and over again. And that's well done as well, because that can be boring. Because you never know, there might be a random NPC that you talk to that might give you a little quest, and how many times have you missed them in games? So it's good that that doesn't happen, at least not in the bits we play here. And I suspect it doesn't happen at all. Could be wrong.
And not railed against the sun beneath
This guy's a bit of a lunatic.
But not accept the 3 golden gifts of the founders. It would have been enough if the prophet had just accepted the 3 golden gifts of the founders and not prayed for our deliverance. It would have been enough. If the prophet had only prayed for our deliverance.
Voice actor does do a good job of putting across that lunacy.
It would have been enough if the prophet had just led us to the new Eden and not purged the vipers of the Orient. It would have been enough if
Even
the
more
prophet
candles.
had just purged the vipers of the Orient.
Yeah, I think he's just going to go on, isn't he?
Sacrifice of his beloved. It would have been enough if the prophet had just suffered the sacrifice
Think he's in the
of his
way.
beloved, but not expelled the Vox Populi. It would
Probably have to go through these
been
guys.
enough.
I don't have any weapons, so unless I can do hand-to-hand combat, I may have to talk my way through. Or just press F. F to complete the
Is it
mission.
someone new? Someone from the Sodom below, newly come to Columbia to be washed clean.
And they all look very similar. It could just be a model thing, and they do use similar facial models, but or maybe it's to do with the plot, and which I suspect it could be the whole thing about seed of the womb and a seed in the womb rather, and things. Maybe they're all inbred. And this is, remember, I am blind here. I don't know anything. I am just I'm just speculating as to what's happening.
In the name of our founders and the name of our
Oh,
Lord.
being drowned.
I don't know, brothers and sisters, but this one doesn't look clean to me.
Who's there? Who's there?
Bring us the curb and wipe away the debt.
What do you want?
We had a deal to it. Open this door right now.
I told you. I'm not gonna do it. Go away.
Mr. DeWitt,
Obviously, if you remember the first BioShock, there is a big twist at the end, and one might think, again, being blind, that this flashback this scene and other flashback scenes that probably happen later on have something to do with another twist, and I believe there is one. And and I'm gonna get hit in the face there.
That idiot priest needs to learn the difference between baptizing a man and drowning one. I need to find a landmark and figure out where the hell I am.
To Father Franklin, a key of gold so that Eden might have industry that set her above all other nations.
To Father Jefferson, a scroll, so that Eden might have laws that set her above all others.
Our prophet fills our lungs with water, so they may better love the air.
Yeah, maybe. That's all nicely done. This is looks pretty good. Very reasonable, anyway.
He who crossed the Delaware with flaming sword.
Certainly, the new location allows them to be a bit more creative with light and things like that, where BioShock 1 and 2 are with a bit drab sometimes. It has some interesting locations, but this just looks nicer. You know, it looks.
Just 'cause the city flies don't mean it ain't got two
I think it looks
shit
nicer.
fools. All right. So gotta
Sometimes it's nice to have a non-dank area to explore. Good mix. It's probably the best. I suspect this probably has some underground areas where they use the same sort of art style as the first game. So each bit is floating, and it docks with the next bit, and we can then walk across. Also, I suspect that at some point in the game there'll be a bit where it doesn't dock properly, or you have to make it dock properly, or something like that. It just seems like a given.
Mr. Rossignol, you are terrible.
I'll leave them to it. Whatever it is they're doing.
Inconvenient when buildings don't dock on time. Yesterday I had to take a gondola, rubbing elbows with all sorts.
Morning. Good to see you.
I don't know if I paid for that, but I just stole stuff from his cart without him caring too much. I may have automatically paid some because I have picked up a load of coins on the way, but
Father Comstock must have foreseen and planned it just this way.
Our beloved mother of forgiveness.
but there's a bit more to explore in this first
I just think it fails to catch.
this first level than I believe there was in BioShock 1. It's a long time since I played BioShock 1, but it's much more open. There seems to be much more going on, and there doesn't seem to be a... It seems to be a slower pace to the beginning. I'm allowed to just drink in the atmosphere, and just familiarize myself with the situation, and also look for stuff hidden in shoeboxes. The graphics settings are in this shop. When you go into the graphics settings in the menu, you come into this shop, and I don't know why, but that's this. And there's another one of them.
And then the Archangel showed a vision. A city, lighter than air. I asked her, why do you show this to me, Archangel? I'm not a strong man. I'm not a righteous man. I am not a holy man. And she told me the most remarkable thing. You're right, prophet. But if grace is within the grasp of one such as you, how can anyone else not see it in themselves?
It's you probably have to ride one of them as well, I assume.
Me, for heaven's sake.
It's Latin. It means
I don't know why the idea of Latin is so ridiculous to her. Although I did have to learn it when I was younger, so maybe she's right. Yep, follow the straight line. Robot horses, can't beat them. You can beat this one because it doesn't seem like it's in too good nick. It's a strange thing about games in that so much time and effort must have been spent creating this first bit, and yet this is such a minimal part of the game altogether, and yet it could well have taken just as long to create this level as a lot of the others put together, simply because the sheer amount of new stuff in it, and you'll see more as you go on, the spectacles, like this parade,
You gotta wait like all the rest.
and other bits as well. And that's what's good about it. That's the sort of thing the games can do that other media can't. It can put so much more effort into creating this world that you can explore. And you can take your own time to do it. And that's the main thing. I can spend time absorbing the atmosphere. Whereas in the film, all that might be done in in a minute and gone. Now see if you can guess what I do here. Yep, I nick it. And I take everything in the shop that's not nailed down. Reminds me of Mafia 2, the music. Obviously I could have skipped through all this bit in about a minute and just run forward. But you know, you want to examine things. You want to... maybe some of these areas come in useful later on. The B sharps there singing.
Would you care for a boutonniere? We're raising money for the Girls' Patriotic League.
Maybe next time.
You'd look dashing with one in your lapel. Come back if you change your mind.
Again, people don't seem to mind that I'm traipsing about. Always have a look at these things. You never know, you might see a clue or you might see something out of place. But not this time. Oh, another one of them.
One man goes into the waters of baptism, a different man comes out, born again. But who is that man who lies submerged? Perhaps that swimmer is both sinner and saint, until he is revealed onto the eyes of man.
No, that was nice. That was nice, wasn't it? And then they are taken away to, well, I don't know, somewhere else I suspect to sing. Again, like the original BioShock, you are put into the situation after the cataclysmic events, for example, and in this one, obviously, this is not the case. And as you'll see,
That's where they said I'd find her.
Telegram, Mr. DeWitt.
the events.
Telegram,
I don't know how you
sir.
get a telegram. Well, obviously, someone must know you there.
Stop. Do not alert Comstock to your presence. Stop. Whatever you do not pick number 77. Stop. Text.
Now, how many people out there would now, after being told not to pick 77, automatically pick 77 if they had choice? I was considering that when I was playing this, and I'm not sure. I probably would have picked it just because someone told me not to. You get an achievement for looking through all of them as you find them through the game. I have too much health. Can't ransack that anymore. You'd be surprised how long this section is, actually.
Good day to you, sir.